Welcome back to the Man in the Machine. Welcome back to another fun-filled day, especially for me once again with cars. As today we get to experience for the first time ever, the Ferrari Pista. I'm so excited. This has been on my list for quite some time, and finally Mark, my good friend, is making it happen. Thanks Mark for taking me for a ride.
You're welcome.
Say hello to the camera. The Man in the Machine right here. This is the man. The machine today is the Ferrari 488 Pista. Mark and I, many a time, have been in discussion about what cars should we pursue in the future, and this was amongst one of them. But I already knew he had some Ferrari. He had a Ferrari. He has a Ferrari Italia 458, and he had a Porsche. But this, to my surprise, is now in his possession. And he's gonna show me what it's all about, because since it's on my list, I think it's about time. I need the final bit of convincing, that little bit of edge to push me over.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get you in this car.
100%, let's go. The challenge for me and the 488 Pista was that people were in my ear about it not being naturally aspirated.
Dude.
And it being going into the era of twin turbos.
That's not an issue in this car.
You mind if we roll up the windows? We have a fan. He gives it a thumbs up. I want to hear the exhaust without the wind chiming in. And what do we have for the red line? Is it
8,000?
8,000?
Yeah, 9,000 for the Italia.
7 gears, right?
7 gears.
And
7-speed dual.
It's a V8 twin turbo, 700 horsepower?
711 actually.
711. Get it right.
It's open all day, every day.
Every day. But yeah, moving into the era of twin turbos, which we're now in the era of hybrid twin turbos, this car for me it's still a want, because I don't have a twin turbo. I don't have a turbo car. It's kind of like the Ferrari heritage. They build race cars. You want race car out of Ferrari, and this is supposed to be it. I'm just gonna let that one sit with you guys. That was so good. Okay, I got kicked back in the back of this seat, and it felt very nice. I was gonna use another choice word, but it's not good for the youth of the generation. We gotta keep the words polite. But it was a lot of fun. Bad acceleration. What do we push up there? All the way to red line?
No, we short shifted that. Probably 6,500.
6,500? The revs sounded really nice up top, because for turbo cars sometimes it gets a little muted.
Yeah.
But this one, not so much. It has that Ferrari tone to it.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
I love it. And the audience, what are you guys saying? Should I pull this off or a GT3 RS before?
Well, I get it. Here's what I do.
Yeah.
I would get the Pista because you don't have to worry about ADMs.
Yeah.
And these things have already based.
Oh,
so
you're
getting
right.
these on the bottom of their curve, I think.
Yeah, I think so, man.
You're going to always take a risk with the GT3 RS because you know you're probably going to pay over, and eventually they're going to come down, just like the 991.2 and the 991.1 GT3 RS.
They have come down.
Frankly, I like the 991.2 GT3 RS. That's the one I have.
That's the one you have, right?
And it's more raw than the 992 GT3 RS. Most of us drive these on the street. Let's not play around with that.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a better street car than the new one. Yeah. And the other one's a better racetrack car. But we don't do that. Let's be honest. We don't do that.
No, we don't do it often.
Nope.
Enough for these cars.
If you did it all the time, okay, I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
Just driving on the highways and these side roadways in front of us, not so exciting for these types of cars. Even my STO, I don't like driving on these roadways and the highway.
In the morning, it's great. On Sunday mornings?
Yeah, because there's no cars on the road.
Cars.
But taking it on a back road with some curvy, windy roads would be a lot of fun with these cars.
Yep.
And this is rear wheel drive, and it has some nice meat on the rear wheels. I saw it. Let's give you a little. A little behind the wheel action. Mark has the same taste as me. He got a black Pista, which I've been looking at. Don't want to give those details to you guys so quickly, but screw it. Might as well. Just go for what you want, right?
Get a bright stripe on the black.
I was thinking, one that I saw was silver. So either silver stripe, maybe consider a white stripe, or even a dark charcoal stripe.
The white stripe on black will look good because you have the STO that's in the
white.
Panda spec.
Panda specs. I think that's going to be my new thing. I like the fact that this is still analog. And it's not all digital like all the new Ferraris are moving to. The haptic touch. But the cool thing about the Ferrari is, or the Pista, is all the carbon fiber in it. Everywhere. Yes! No more convincing needed. Sold. How did you like that? Did you enjoy that quite thoroughly?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And I don't.
We did that all the way to 7th gear. We had no problem getting more and more from this motor.
It kept going, man. It kept going. We just ran out of space.
It never stops.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. This is something else, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Great choice.
When you think about all the things that are available from 500,000 and below,
yeah,
and for me to have pulled the trigger on this says a lot.
It does.
There's a lot of cars in that space.
Yes, you are absolutely right.
After a good long period of analyzing it, I decided to go with this one.
I love that, man. I love the fact that you like put that out there because like, whenever we talk about prices of cars, it's like kind of like don't really disclose too much. But once you get into this territory, like you said, there's so many to choose from.
Yes.
Which one do you choose?
Pick the one that you love.
Yeah.
And at this price, you can also drive these cars.
Yeah.
It's not like they're $1 million and you're worried about depreciation.
Right.
At $500,000, so what if you take a $100,000 hit? If you can't afford it, don't buy the car.
Don't buy the car, absolutely. And to help with the power, do you keep the AC off?
I do, so it doesn't rob it.
So it doesn't rob it.
So we're a little warmer, but we're Hispanic, so it gives a
We're a little warm in this car. FYI, I don't know if you see the sweat.
Don't forget, our people, we've been going under fences and over fences for hundreds of years. We got this shit.
We got it. I love it. I asked them to roll up the windows so that I could get the sound in the cockpit, not the wind noise, which has been phenomenal. Sometimes these newer cars, these newer model Ferraris, like the SF90, the 296, they're just not with that sound that you want coming out of it, just yelling and screaming at you. It's like the last little bit of it was like the Scuderia and the Speciale, and this one still has enough of it.
For a turbo, it sounds pleasantly surprising.
It's not as loud and doesn't scream at you like those other cars, but it is still great.
Still gives you what you want.
Yes, it does.
I really just want to share the experience with my friends, and I want every friend who has the means to go and buy a Pista. So I'm not the only one around my neighborhood with one.
Yes.
I'm a little selfish that way.
I love that about you.
I want everybody to have one.
But yeah, that's a amazing thing about Mark. Like I said, we've had many conversations, mostly at Catalina on Sundays, so if you're ever wanting to catch up with us, we're there. He's there more than I am, but we're there. He's so welcoming, so kind-hearted. So give him as much energy as he's gonna get. That was a surprise, but I loved it. I was trying to give him such a nice compliment, and he complimented me back with a nice little acceleration. Thank you for that. This car, something else. Oh man, and just now made a little maneuver into the lane to get onto the freeway, and I felt how pointed it was. The steering?
Yeah.
You feel confident in that steering, right?
For sure.
I Let's go.
It's basically point and go.
It is point and go.
It's like point and shoot.
Yeah. One of the best Sundays yet. Thank you, Mark, for doing this.
Hey, thanks for coming over.
Yeah, man. Gonna have to give you a similar experience in the STO.
Hey, when you're shopping for your Pista,
yeah,
let me know. I want to help you find
Oh,
it.
please, yes. I will definitely keep you in that conversation when I'm having those conversations. One of the things that I've not mentioned yet while we're driving is the fact that he has a spec that I need. It's one with everything carbon. The exterior is fully decked out in carbon. The interior is decked out in carbon. And that beautiful engine bay back there has all the jewelry just with carbon. So whenever you look through that rear hatch, it's just a beautiful sight to see. So it's a must for me. I need to find one with everything carbon. Telling him earlier, the one that I put an offer in on, it was missing the rear splitter carbon. So I was about to like go in on something, which didn't work out at the end of the day, but without all carbon, I wouldn't have been as happy, but I think there's still possibility for getting it aftermarket, right?
I wouldn't do it. I'd get all original Ferrari
all
stuff.
original Ferrari. Because there is an interesting thing about Ferraris that I like. There's actually an options plate on the car.
Yes, it's in the front, yes.
I didn't know that about Ferraris.
Yeah, they started doing that after the 458.
That is really cool.
was the first generation where they did that.
That is cool about Ferrari. I don't see that on any other brand. And they definitely should do that. Just because it tells exactly what the car is. So you don't have to go research it and dig up paperwork. Just put it on the car on a plate. Hope you guys out there are watching. Got some feedback for you. Oh yeah, baby. The weather in Houston today is absolutely
This is San Diego weather.
beautiful. It's probably 70 degrees outside right now. It's so nice. Love it. But we rolled down the windows again, so hopefully you can hear me. But if not, oh well. Read my lips. It's amazing.
And I own an RS that's raw.
You do.
This car blows it away.
Blows it away.
Yeah, in every category of happiness, of speed, of looks, of road
because your RS is pretty much.
It sounds amazing.
It's I would say it's very similar to the 992 RS. Only difference is the looks and the extra little bells and whistles. But yeah, you have both, so you now have a good sense of comparison.
I'm definitely able to talk about it.
Yeah, he has a good sense of comparison. All right,
and look, I'm not ever selling my RS. That tells you a lot.
Yeah,
it's a great car.
But partially, the only other reason I wanted to get into a Porsche is because Mark told me to get into a Porsche. He needed. There's a good community in our friend group that has Porsches, and they're very. It's a very important club of people. If you're in it, you know the passion for Porsche.
It's a great hobby. I consider it a hobby for us. For all of us.
They are tight. Like whenever you talk about Porsche folks, Porsche fans, they are that.
It's your Lambo for a long time.
I rotated the Performante, but I've kept the Aston. Just the STO and the Performante are too similar for me.
Yeah, your Aston has the perfect stance.
Yeah, V12, V10. Now I need a V8.
Yeah, well, this is a nice V8 for you right here.
Here we go. And then we go to the flat 6. Look at that beautiful Aston Martin over there. Let me zoom in on that. She's a beauty.
That car looks so good.
So good. Well, thank you once again, Mark, for this fantastic day.
Oh, you're welcome. Man, what a great day we had today.
Yes, it was one of the best, but that's a Sunday for you. Sunday fun day with cars, man. Absolutely amazing. And if you like this video and you want to see more, smash that subscribe, hit the like, turn on the notification. We'll see you in the next one. We out.
Racing is life. Anything that happened before or after?